A single goal defeat at home to Cliftonville, another frustrating night, it's fair to say.
Yeah, not sure where to start, to be honest with you. It's one of those games where, as much as I'd love to sit here and be critical of the players and they weren't good enough and they didn't do this and they didn't work hard enough, and I can't. I thought that everything that we asked of them, the heart, the desire, the hunger, the drive, the press, trying to play, get into good areas, create chances, they done that, and they done that in abundance. We got punished badly for a mistake, and we've dropped 6 points in 2 games at home from just errors. And people make errors every day, and the game's full of errors. Unfortunately, we're just getting punished badly, and we're not going to feel sorry for ourselves, and we're not going to sit here and try and make excuses. There's none of that. We have to try and roll our sleeves up. We have to hope that we can turn the momentum around. And as I say, I can't fault these players for their work ethic and their endeavour and how much they want to be successful at this football club. And I'm not prepared to sit and try. Nobody hurts more than them. And even Rowan tonight, nobody will hurt more than Rowan. And again, I thought we showed great character to turn around and play the way we did. We just couldn't put the ball in the net.
Yeah, is it just one of those runs where we're just not getting the breaks and seem to be getting punished harshly for the odd mistakes, especially early in the game, and it gives the opposition something to hold on to as well? Well,
I think if you look at the last 2 games, and obviously we were on a run of 4 games, whatever it was, before that of wins, and the last 2 games we conceded very, very early against Dungannon and give ourselves a mountain to climb. As I say, I haven't watched it back yet, obviously, but I felt we were well on top tonight. Conceded, give ourselves a mountain to climb. So it's been a harsh couple of weeks, couple of games, and there's nothing that I can say that's going to change that, nor am I going to try. And we just got to keep working hard, and we just got to hope sooner rather than later that our hard work will pay off, and that the results will turn for us.
Mm-hmm. Is that one positive to take, if there are any positives to take from tonight, that the endeavour of the players, they got on the front foot in the second half? It wasn't a flat performance. It was one where they tried to force the issue and tried to claw their way back into the game.
Yeah, and they could have. Cliftonville are a top side, and they could have very easily rolled over and got punished, and let their heads drop, but they didn't. They showed great character, and they showed great bravery, and they went again. And as I say, I can't be critical of them, I can't be harsh with them. I said the exact same thing to them. If there's one wee area that maybe we can be a little bit critical, is that we weren't maybe more clinical. We had a lot of box entries, we had a lot of balls in the final third, and we probably didn't work the goalkeeper enough, albeit I felt we still had 2 or 3 really good chances to win the game. But there's no shortcuts. It's head up, backside up, and head down, and we go again.
It's a game tonight, probably a typical game amongst the leading teams against the top 6 teams. Fine margins decided by sort of the odd mistake. I know Cliftonville probably feel harshly done by a Monday past against the Glens, and now it's our turn to be in the end of it, a defeat that we probably feels a bit harsh on us as well.
As I say, we can't feel sorry for ourselves in this. We're all sitting collectively in the changing room, and if teams were turning us over and ripping us apart and outplaying us and outfighting us, and I would be sitting here scratching my head. In fact, I'd probably be sitting here thinking, I don't know if I can go any further with this, but that's certainly not the case. The hunger that these boys are showing, the determination that these boys are showing, we're getting the stuffing knocked out of us, or we have got the stuffing knocked out of us the last 2 weeks, just by errors. And as I say, it's very hard to be critical of players even when they make errors, because nobody means to. And the easiest thing to do here is start pointing the finger and looking for a blame game, but I'm not going to do that. And I know that I take full responsibility. I know the fans won't be happy tonight, and that will lie at my door, and rightly so. And I won't shy away from that. My job is to turn that around.
Is it a good thing to have a game to go into straight away on Tuesday then, away to Warrenpoint? Will that be a good opportunity to get tonight out of the system and try and get a positive result and roll the sleeves up?
If you win it, yeah. And I just think we need a little bit of momentum again. We need a little bit of confidence again. I'm not going to say we need a rub of the green, but we need a rub of the green. And I think if we can get that, then we'll be okay.
And then Conor Devlin came on for the second half, his first appearance in a number of months, and obviously it's great to see Conor back, but what was the thinking behind the substitution change in the goalkeeper at half time?
I just felt it was time to. I was, if truth be told, worried about Rowan in case it wrecked his confidence and knocked his confidence, and would it affect him getting into the second half, and could it maybe have cost us a little bit? And I thought it was time to make the change. If it had been an outfield player, and I probably would have done the same thing. So there was nothing sinister in it, or there was nothing malice in it. It was just I felt for the sake of the team, and that it was a change that needed to be made.
And look, it's a defeat tonight, but it's important to kind of keep an eye on the final objective as well. A single defeat a particular week doesn't ruin the season. Just getting everybody's heads back into the game and trying to finish as high up the table as possible.
Yeah, and I think probably this probably what makes the pill so difficult to swallow is just the manner of our defeats. As I say, I'll be the first one to put my hand up and say such and such were better than us, or we didn't deserve anything from tonight's game, or we didn't play, or we didn't perform, or we didn't fight, or whatever it may be, but I can't. And that's what makes it more difficult. Don't get me wrong, first half against Dungannon wasn't good enough, but second half I thought was superb, and apart from that little moment tonight, I felt we bossed the game, and I felt that we were definitely the better team, and in my opinion we deserved more out of tonight.
Church was very vocal in the second half, back in the team as well, and it looked like it got a better response from the players as well. How important is that sort of going forward in the coming weeks?
I know more than anybody how frustrated the fans are, and I totally get their frustration, and I totally get their disappointment, and there's a team here that shouldn't be where they are, and they deserve more. But if we look back at our season, and we look back at some of the mistakes that have been made and how we've been punished for it, and they're frustrated with that. And as I say, I totally get that, but they have to believe me when I tell them that nobody works harder than the staff we have, nobody works harder than the players we have, and to get through this we have to stick together, and they have to keep getting behind the players and getting behind the team, and I'm prepared to take whatever criticism comes my way, but those players deserve the support.
Thanks very much, Tiernan. Thank you.